some reason restarted the computer and it decided to turn off my mic. So hopefully you can hear me now. Hello? Can you hear me? How about now? Don't tell me my mic's broken. Okay. Thank you both very much for letting me know. Yes, I was talking. Hi everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Monday and we are going to do a tribute to MerMay. And we are going to be working out of Chris Vogel's Mermaid book. And we're going to try to do this page. Hi everyone! Yeah, spent the weekend up in BC, so I wasn't here. I hope everybody had a good weekend and was able to get into coloring and relaxing. Hello Dawn, hello Calamity, hello Shannon, hello Yana, hello Angela, hello everyone. And welcome to all of those out there in Lurker land. I'm going to zoom you in and get this started here. So just give me a quick second while we get into where we want it to be. All right, so we're going to start on her first of all. I'm going to move you so that I'm not reaching for the sky trying to color. Because, yeah, my arms aren't going to deal with it. All right, so we're going to start with, I think we'll start with her tail. Oh, that's awesome. It is that time of year, absolutely. It was good. It was good. So I'm going to start, I am using the Charisma color pencils, and I'm going to start with Peacock Green. In the deeper shadow areas. It was a good visit. I was back to work today, so we're hitting the busy season at work, so taking too much time off is not something that's able to be done, so. Not right now, anyway. Angela, were you feeling under the weather? Hello, Sue. Yeah, the joys of working. You don't get the time off anymore. I can't just get up and go. But that's okay. It pays the bills. Well, it helps anyway. Hello, Noelle. Hello, Alex. I'm just putting down the darker areas first because I want the lighter colors that I'm going to be using to overtake this color and just use it as a shadow. So that's why I'm putting the dark down first. Hello, Marilyn. The trip was good. It was a good drive. It was rainy, typical Pacific Northwest weather. Wow, that's a good sleep. Hold on. Sorry. I hit the wrong button. Did not mean to sneeze in all of your ears. Sorry. Okay, so that time I caught the mute button. I don't know why I sneeze every time I come into my art room. There's something in here that makes me sneeze. It can stop now. No, I missed it. Oh, sorry. I thought I hit the mute button. Well, let's see if, hold on. Do an experiment here. Okay, so it is picking up the wrong mic, so hold on. All right. What mic is it picking up? Okay. Now it should only be picking up my headset instead of my camera. It was picking up both for some reason. I'm surprised you guys weren't getting an echo. All right, lurk away. Okay. Yeah, for some reason it was picking up the camera mic instead of my headset mic, or both. That's why it was a little low. Yeah, it was just the camera mic, which I am quite far away from, so. All right, and then we're going to use Peacock Blue. Thank you, Nessa, and hello. All right, 1 second. All right, hopefully that's better, and I'm not sniffling all over the place. Welcome back, Dawn.
I'm going right over top of the peacock green with the peacock blue. Well, Shannon's a sweet people too. I love Shannon. Shannon, I hope you're feeling better. You're not feeling like you're in a boat. That's rocking. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I do hope you feel better soon. Gallbladder and in a boat, not good. I know how that gallbladder thing goes. I had mine taken out when just before I got pregnant with my youngest. That was not fun. So how many of you can imagine what you want something to look like, and you know what colors you want in there, but you're not quite sure how to build those colors together to get to what you want? That is what I'm doing right now. I know exactly how I want this to look and what colors I want in there, but building those colors so that they're not, so that the colors are still there but not in the shades that I put them down as is interesting. All right, now the next color we want in there is this one, which is parrot green. Yep. I chose not to go the healthy way with that and just went straight coffee. That's all I drank for the longest period of time. But I drink my coffee just straight. I don't put stuff in it, so. Hello, Della. You can't drink coffee? Yeah. I'm sorry. I have to drink coffee, otherwise people die. Yeah. Yeah, I've never put anything in my coffee ever since the whole time that I've ever drank coffee, so I've never had to give up anything out of my coffee. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Have you tried a non-dairy, non-sugar creamer? I hope that you get good news from the doctor and he says that you are healthy and nothing to worry about. I hate going to the doctors if I don't have to. Alright, now we're going to use light aqua. Hello, Britt. Yep, that's me. I avoid going to the doctor at all costs. Yes, I did have a good trip to visit my mom. It was rainy there, but that's normal. Pacific Northwest weather, but it was good to see her and spend a little bit of time with her. Sunday was my hubby's birthday, so that was a long drive for him on his birthday, but that's okay. Hello, Frederica. I am so sorry I didn't see you come in. Okay, and then we're going to use aquamarine. Exactly, we were together. Good. Okay. I am so sorry I missed you coming in, but thank you for letting me know that you just came in. Sometimes I get concentrated on what I'm doing and miss things. Yeah, stormy weather makes me tired too. Trying not to fall asleep at work today. Alright, then we're going to go back to the start. Yeah, I don't like going to the doctors. They're practicing at best, and I want one that knows what they're doing. Oh, happy birthday! Was it your birthday? Well, if it was your birthday, it's time to sit and color. Relax. And happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Frederica. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, it's called practice for a reason. Exactly. And I want one that isn't practicing. I want one that knows what they're doing. Please and thank you. I'm tired of being practiced on. No coloring for tonight? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's usually what they do. Let's try this and let's try that. And, I'm not sure if this is going to work, but we're going to try it and charge you $1,000,000 to do it. And then it doesn't work. And, oh, well, we don't guarantee that it's going to work. That's what irritates me. Okay, so I just paid you a whole bunch of money for you to tell me it didn't work and now you're sicker. So now what are we going to do? That's always annoying. So I'm just going back through with the same colors, just building those colors up. Filling in a little bit of the white spot. For the scales, I'm going to come back through with a gel pen and add to the scales. I think the storm just hit. I can hear the rain pounding outside. I did get one of my favorite candy bars when I was there, just so that I can sit there and go, I want to eat it. And I'm not supposed to because it makes my tummy sick. But it is one of the rare splurges that and cheats that I do if I go to Canada. But I behaved myself. It took me, 3 days to eat it. Thank you. It is called a Big Turk. It is a Canadian candy. I cannot find it in the US. What did you find? Oh, I am so sorry, Della. You better be okay. I'm sorry your back's been bugging you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about some doctors is they don't listen and then they chastise you and make you feel like you're stupid when you're asking questions and questioning things that aren't working and why we're still doing them. That's always an irritating thing with some doctors. It's like, why are you, treating me like a child? I am a grown adult and I don't like the fact that whatever you're trying to peddle today is not working. Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't tried the peach one. I'm not fond of peach anything, so. Well, I got two. I got a really big one that has two pieces in it, and I got a small one which has one piece in it. And I behaved myself. I did not buy the case. I wanted to, but then that would just be way too much temptation there. I did eat the small one, and the big one I'm going to take to work and cut it up and share it with people at work so that I'm not eating a whole bunch of it. I did get into an argument with a friend of mine at work over the difference between Smarties in the US and Smarties in Canada. So I bought him a thing of Smarties to show him Canadian Smarties because what they call Smarties out here are not Smarties. Just saying. What they call Smarties out here in Canada, they're called Rockets. And he had some in his candy dish, and I said, "Oh, you've got rockets." He says, "What are rockets?" I said, "Those things." He says, "No, those are Smarties." It's like, "No, those are not." Liar, liar, liar. Exactly. I have to come back to get more chocolate bars. Yeah. So in the US, Smarties are, and Frederico will understand this more than um, most of you, but what we call rockets, you guys call Smarties. They're little tiny discs of pressed powdered sugar into a very hard little disc candy that dissolves in your mouth. For us, it's a chocolate, sort of like an M&M, but it's a little bit flatter and it tastes better. Um, yes, Canadian Smarties are the best Smarties. Hello, Blue. In my opinion, anyway. I don't like rockets, so I've never liked the little pressed sugar discs. You guys have different names for them as they get bigger, like the Necco wafers or Necco wafers, Smarties for the little ones. Yep, I have had a coffee crisp. I lived off of coffee crisp for the longest time. I can't eat them anymore, but I can get coffee crisp in the US, so I love coffee crisp. But the Big Turks I couldn't get in the US. I have looked everywhere for them and I can't find them in the US. So I just get one or two when I go and visit my mom. And that way I don't end up eating things that I'm not supposed to eat very often. And with working now, those extra splurges I have to be really careful with because I can't wear them. I can't eat them when I'm at work. All right, so now I'm going to take my blender and I'm going to blend this down a little bit because I don't want to put any more extra color on there. And then we're going to come in with the gel pen afterwards and we'll do the scales. I'm just going to show you what it's going to look like when it's done and blended, and then we'll move on to the next area here. Like so. And I'm going to just go right over the bubbles there because I am going to come through and add different medium to the bubbles. I'm not worried about the wax coating them, but it's going to drag some of that color of the tail over into the bubbles so that the bubbles are still there and prominent, but it's showing the color of the tail behind it. Like so. All right. I am using Charisma color pencils. All right. Dust that off, and then we're going to come up into her skin area here. So I'm debating on whether or not this is a blouse or possibly skin. I'm not quite sure. What do you guys think? Alright, well, we're going to use this color. Thank you, Sue. Yeah, I can't eat a lot of candy either. Not skin? I didn't think so either. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use jade green. I think it looks like fabric or something. So we're going to put jade green down and then we're going to work off of that color. That's what I was thinking too. Yep, maybe a fishnet or, something with different colors. Alright, and then we're going to take this one. And then we're going to use aquamarine. And blend that in with that jade green. Well, I do hope that you are taking it easy at work and not hurting yourself. But it's wonderful that you were able to get back to work. I know that you've been going a little stir crazy, trying to not not go in complete insane. All right, now we're going to take we're going to take a little bit of. I think we're going to start with a little bit of lilac. We're going to add some purple to this. I'm going fairly light. And I might come back with a little bit of white just to lighten it just a little bit more. After I put the dark in. For the shadows. And then we're going to take Imperial Violet. Yana, did you guys get hit with those tornadoes that went through? I have a friend of mine in Missouri, and I was worried about her and you and another friend of mine that's in Kentucky there. Yes. Just be careful with what you do. Yeah. 3 hours away. Okay. Well, I'm glad they were away from you. I'm hoping it's a blouse because if not, she's got some funky looking skin going on here. Just saying. Alright, and then we're going to take the white. Yeah, I know exactly how you feel there. I can't live without some Tylenol. There are some days even Tylenol don't touch it. I do hope that they do something to help though. That gallbladder can be really painful. Now for this part here, we're going to do it in a seaweed color. So we're going to start with marine green, I think. Yeah. As our base color. And we'll put little bits of glitter on it. I haven't used my stickles in a while. Time for some glitter glue. Alright, and then we want, excuse me, olive green. Well, I hope it helps. The only thing I'm allowed to take for pain is Tylenol. There are some days I want to take a whole lot more. My tummy don't like it. So I did work on the dragon a little bit. I got all of the dragon orbs done, but that's all I got done on that. All right, have a great sleep, Dawn. Thanks for coming in. So I think we're going to do this page on Saturday. And then on Monday coming up, we're going to do work in progress for the Monday and try to get some things finished up. I know I haven't done a whole lot of pages this month, but it's just been a busy month with different holidays and hubby's birthday and my mom's birthday and work and everything else. It's been quite a busy month. Shannon, I have a question for you if you're still responding and not just curled up in the corner going, God, why do I hate me? Who all streams on Sunday? Do you know who in our community streams on Sunday? Because I don't want to stream if somebody else is already streaming. I'm considering going to Sunday for a couple of hours instead of Monday because pretty soon I'm going to have to be starting to do overtime. And when that starts happening, that's going to be an issue with my Monday streams. And then a little bit of, I think, grass green. No, just a little bit dark green. So probably noon my time, which would be about 2 or 3 your time in the afternoon. I know Corey's does in the morning and Suzanne's in the morning. Nobody? Okay. All right, so what I will do is I'm going to change the schedule up a little bit, and I'm going to start streaming on Saturday and Sunday instead of Saturday and Monday. Um, and I will do noon to 2 on Sunday and 10 to noon on Saturday, like our normal stream. And that way, if work has me doing overtime, I'm not going to be completely exhausted and falling asleep on my desk while I'm trying to stream on Mondays. How does that sound, you guys? Or is that too much on a Sunday for you? I know Sundays are important for a lot of people, so. At 6 your time, which is, yeah, 4 my time. Oh, that's cute, Frederica. Oh, I'm sorry, Brett. Thank you for watching them back, though. I do appreciate all of you that do watch the streams back. I know that sometimes watching a stream can be a little bit annoying because you're not able to participate in the chat areas, but I do appreciate you guys doing that. I am going to start doing that this coming week. The call out for overtime started this week for June. So I think I'm just gonna kick it into full gear. Just gonna look at the calendar. So yeah, so this coming weekend, um, we can do this coming week. We can do this the Saturday and the Monday, and then next weekend, which is the 31st and the 1st, we'll do Saturday and Sunday. Because like I said, they've started requesting that we put in for overtime. It's not mandatory yet, but if they're starting requesting this early, it's going to become mandatory fairly quickly. Okay. Yeah. And I get that absolutely. I know that in the summer, a lot of people spend a lot of time outside of the house and away from the streams during the day. So if you're not here, you're not here. That's perfectly fine. I completely understand. And life changes, life happens, so I definitely get that. All right. Okay. And again, I'm going to be coming over this with some glitter in the little spots on the edge of the shawl. Just going to blend that together. Not going to remove all of the white spot, but I'm just going to brighten that green. Like so. All right, now for her skin tone, we're going to start with jade green. I know it sounds weird, but that's what we're going to start with. Yeah. Yeah, the great thing is that our center where the office that I work in isn't open on weekends, and I don't work from home. So if I was working from home, I would definitely be working on the weekends. So I'd have to schedule something completely different. But because I don't work from home, I don't work weekends. So, which is a good thing. And I'm using the jade green for her shadowy areas. And because she is underwater, I do want to have that little bit of a green water tint to her skin. So we will be going over, once we get the other skin tones in here, we'll be going back over it a little bit with this jade green just to give that water tint color. And you probably can't see that. So I'm going to zoom it in so you can actually see. Oh, don't you do that. Ah! What did I do? Uh-oh. I hit something. Hopefully it brought it back. I was looking at the wrong thing. And I'm trying to find... There it is. Make sure that my autofocus was off. That's all I was trying to do. Alright, that's better. Hello, Kim. Can you guys still see me? Because I hit a button. I hit a button that I shouldn't have hit. Nothing. I said nothing. Nada. Alright, so we need some beige and some peach and some light peach and maybe a little bit of cream. Alright, good. Alright, so we're starting with peach. And we're coming off of that green, going right over top of it, using it as the shadow. And hoping that this works out the way I want it to. Is Nightbot being over ambitious again? I'll have to go through and check his timing again because they didn't update and sent the timings all off again, so I need to check his timing. Okay. And then we're going to use light peach. Is he a hustler? Oh dear. Alright, and then light peach. We're going to come off of there. Wow. Yeah, I haven't gone grocery shopping. I keep on saying I need to go grocery shopping, but then I go past the grocery store and it's so full of people. It's like, I don't wanna. But we're starting to run out of things, so I'm gonna have to at some point. Alright. This isn't the final color, but we will be using a couple of other colors on it, blending into this light peach. Yes, there are some items that I just don't need to buy anymore, absolutely. Well, I hope that you get a good night's sleep, and hopefully I won't be making you pass out, or hopefully I will, one or the other. So now I'm using beige. And then cream. I'm going to dust this off first. Keep on pushing the book. Hello, Miss Aspie. Good morning, good morning, good day, good day. You're up and about. Yep, yeah, when you run out of those sorts of things, it gets quite expensive. Now I'm going to take, I think this one, a little bit of the light aqua. Aspie, I'm sorry. Um, I will still try to do an evening stream at some point. It will just be an impromptu, um, especially if overtime is held off. If they don't do the overtime requirement, I will maybe do a impromptu stream in the evenings because I just can't guarantee that I'll be able to stream in the evening. And I don't want to schedule it and then have them do, oh, you've got mandatory overtime for the next 3 months. Yeah, I know you understand, and I just don't want to miss you all. I like having Aspie around. Although, if I do the noon to 2, that's early in the morning for you, so it's after the sun comes up anyway. I think it's 7 to 9 or something like that in the morning. No, I think it's a little bit later than that. 10 is usually 5 a.m. your time. I think it's the time that Tammy usually comes on Saturday when she was streaming. All right, and then we're going to blend that blue in. So I used the light aquamarine just to add a little bit of a blue hint to her skin. And now we're going to blend that in so that it's not so hard of a line. Hurry back. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's true. Well, this will be a temporary change throughout the times of the year when I'm going to have to do overtime. If I don't have to do overtime, I will revert back to Monday evening, um, unless somebody else uses the spot, which is perfectly fine too. I can change that up as I go along. The evening streams I did purposefully so that I would cover the other areas of the world that aren't awake at the butt crack of dawn when I'm doing my Saturday stream. So I do want to make sure that I still cover those. Alright, so there's her skin tone. I know it doesn't look really great right now, but once I zoom out it will look more cohesive. Alright, and then we want to take a little bit of this purpley red, so I'm going to use mulberry for her lips. And we're going to use a little bit of the lilac for her eye. Then we'll come in with a little bit of white gel pen. And we're going to use the lilac in her hair. And then we're going to build out her hair color. Welcome back. Yeah, I know. I will do what's best for me because falling asleep on you guys because I'm doing too much overtime or, I'm pushing myself too hard is definitely not something I want to be visible on YouTube for all time. So, and even if I take it down, somebody else is going to record it and post it. It's my worst fear. I take something down and somebody else has posted it somewhere else. This girl has all sorts of fish in her hair. Yes, some people will do that, especially if you've done something that's embarrassing. Nobody in our community, of course, but you never know who's out there watching. Good night, Marilyn. All right, and then I'm going to use some mulberry And if it did happen and somebody asked me permission, I'd probably, laugh it off and say go ahead. But some people are just mean about it. The worst thing is I talk in my sleep. So, because I fell asleep coloring, I'd probably just continue coloring in my sleep. You guys wouldn't have known the difference anyway. Until Bob came in and turned off the stream because I was sleeping. Might be a couple of words in there that I normally wouldn't say on stream just because I'm asleep and my brain has no filters. All right. Okay, and then we're going to take that dark purple. So this is Imperial Violet. Yep. Yeah, that would be horrifying. But like I said, if I'm doing something when I fall asleep, um, I'm still doing it in my sleep. So, and like I said, I talk in my sleep. So you would end up with a coloring lesson from the unconscious world. We may wake up to all sorts of colors in the page that were not intended to be there. If I ever do a 24-hour stream, you will find out why I don't do 24-hour streams. I can barely stay awake past 9 o'clock. Never mind do a 24-hour stream. Well, good night, Alex. Enjoy your sleep. I'm hoping to get the big mermaid at least done before we go tonight. Thank you, Blue. Thank you, Brett. I'm hoping to get at least 2 or 3 pages colored this month, but I don't know. Okay. Then we're going to come back with the lightest color. Start blending a little bit. Hello, Celine. Yes, I had a good day at a good weekend at Mum's. Tried to talk her into moving to the US so that she can live down the road. Then I could go look after her. If she just bought the house down the street now, I could stop on the way home from work and get their dinner started and tidy up and then come home and get dinner started at home and tidy up. She didn't go for it though. You're fine. There's a house that's like 2 doors down from me that's for sale, so I tried to talk her into buying it and moving out here, but that was a no-go. It'd be so much easier though. Alright, then I'm going to take some white. We're going to come into the highlight areas with it. So then we're going to take our blender. Yeah. The only time I was particular about the kids' hair is when they weren't taking care of it. If you weren't able to take care of it when it was longer, it had to be cut short. You know, if you were willing to take care of it, fine. But if you're not willing to take care of it, then it gets to be bucked off. Yep. Yeah, my blender's getting short. I've got others, but might as well use it. Use it up. Okay. Then we're going to dust that off. Alright, now for our little friends. So we're going to start with orange. No, we're going to use yellowed orange first. Hello, Catherine. We're going to color our little friend here with the yellowed orange. And I'm just going over all the dots or the spots on him because he's really small. And trying to get through all those intricate areas would be a pain in the tuchus. And I just don't feel like being in pain today. Then we're going to take orange. And I'll come back through with some red for those dots, but we'll do that here in a minute. And then we're going to take a little bit of pumpkin orange. we're going to go back over it with the yellow. So this is the yellowed orange. And then we're going to take Crimson Lake. Like so. Then we've got a seashell here, so we're going to take this one here. Nope, that's the wrong set of pencils. No wonder why I couldn't see the color. I grabbed the wrong set of pencils. Okay, so we're going to use beige first as our base. And then sienna brown. And just going to follow that edge there. And then we're going to take just a little bit of dark umber. And then, just for the fun of it, we're going to take this one. We're going to use some pink. And good evening, Catherine. Did we lose you? I said good evening earlier. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Catherine. Well, let's hope it doesn't. Just so you know, if you're having issues with your device and there's no cause, it just starts doing it. It is a mechanical breakdown. Do not call Assurant because we will send you off to your carrier. Just saying. Alright, so there we have our snail. And now for the pearls, I'm going to do the pearls. Add a little bit of blush pink to it. And I missed a little bit of hair there. So we're going to color that in. You see nothing. Alright, and then we're going to take the white. I'm going to actually use the white Prisma instead of the Charisma because it's a little bit whiter. Alright. Now, what color should we do the fishies in her hair? I think I want to do one in this green. So I'm going to use a bit of true green. To start. And then we're going to take this color. So this is parrot green. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hate it when your body decides that it's going to do its own thing. It says, oh yeah, by the way, no thanks. And then I'm going to add a little bit of chartreuse. So I'm going to use a little bit of yellow chartreuse. Just in the little bits of highlights here. And then we're going to go back to that true green. Oh dear. That is definitely interesting coloring for hair. Alright, now we're going to start with yellow ochre. No, no, we're not. Ignore that. Rewind. I'm going to start with jasmine. And then a little bit of yellow ochre. And then this one. Yeah, no, I want a contrasting color to that. So a little bit of pale vermilion. Okay. Is she happy with it? Or is she hiding in the shower, unimpressed with life? Ah. Alright, now I'm just blending that together with the jasmine. Alright, so that's the entirety of the mermaid. Now I'm thinking this is, okay, so that's a seat. Okay, so there's a, I see, okay, I get it. So she's got some pearls down here. So we're going to take that pink and we're going to do the edge of the pearls down here as well. Let's actually make sure I'm on screen. And this will be the last touch on her with pencil. Everything else that's going to be done will be done with either stickles or gel pens. I'm using my Prisma White. And if I don't find this is white enough, I can come back with some white paint. All right. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out and show you my mess. All right. So there we have her. So that is the main mermaid done. I know it's just one mermaid out of the entire thing, but there's at least one mermaid done. I will be working on this again on Saturday. I may come through on Thursday and do up the other fish and snails and you know the things that I've colored that are in her hair. I may come through on Thursday during the Thursday color and chat on Discord and get that done so that we're not working on the same thing over and over again. All right, so that is that so far. And of course, I will try to get as much of it done as possible on Saturday. And then on Monday will be a work in progress where we'll work on this page as well as the dragon page that I've been working on out of the mythographic dragon spell. All right, so I think that is where we're going to call it for today. I know it's still a little bit earlier than I normally get out of here, but my throat's getting dry and I'm getting tired. So I do thank you all very much for coming and hanging out. This month we will continue with our Monday stream. Next month we will probably just do Saturday and Sunday, and I will come in sporadically in the evenings if there's nobody streaming so that we can get things done and I can still spend time with our wonderful Australians and UKers and African wonderful additions to our community. All right, guys, with that, I say thank you all very much for coming and hanging out. If you want to see what I've gotten done on the dragon page, I can definitely show you. I just have to grab it. I didn't get a whole lot done, but I did get all of the orbs colored. So I've got all of the orbs colored now, and I've gotten quite a few of the flowers colored. So I've got 2 more flowers to finish up, and then I've got all the branches, and then the center dragon's wings and his orb, and then we're done with that one. So I've just got a lot of branches and stuff in the background to do. Okay, so yeah, I did get some work on it done, but definitely will be working on this one for our work in progress day as well. All right, guys, with that, thank you all very much for coming and hanging out. Of course, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. And always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye-bye for now.